Highest profile person standing trial for alleged corruption is the head of the country's Senate, Bukola Saraki, accused of hiding his assets against the provision of the Constitution. Another is the former head of Nigeria's military, Air Chief Marshal Alex Bade, accused of stealing millions of dollars from the coffers of the Nigerian Air Force. There's also the former Air Force Chief of the country, Adeshola Amosu, standing trial alongside other former senior officers of the Nigerian Air Force. They are accused of stealing around $61 million. Perhaps the most celebrated corruption case in the country is that of former Minister of Petroleum Diezani Alison Madueke, accused of literally stealing billions of dollars. Quite a number of her exotic property have been ordered seized by the courts. Several other corruption cases involving high-profile former government officials and even some serving ones, including from the president's party, litter the courts at the moment. It's indeed been a very busy period for Nigeria's main anti-corruption watchdog, the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, since Mr. Buhari came to power.
There's no doubt in the fact that there's been impressive performance in terms of the fight against corruption, which is part of the one cardinal point of and campaign point of the current government. And you would want to give it to the government, going by also the magnitude of recoveries that has been made in terms of financial and property recovery from those who actually breached the trusts that were bestowed on them by Nigerian people.
So far, the government has made recoveries to the tune of billions of dollars. The president has set up a committee to audit all the recoveries for accurate estimates and release to the public. Most of the recovered funds, without pending litigations, have been channeled into the country's budget. Around $1.6 billion was funneled into the 2017 budget. A similar amount is being pumped into this year's budget.
The ultimate thing is to see in what direction are we heading economically. I mean, is it opening itself up for other opportunities for people to engage? And you can see with the self-sufficiency that is being targeted in rice production and the need for people to also engage either with farming and a number of other things that would make self-sufficiency and then also self-employed.
But critics say Mr. Buhari's anti-corruption fight has been mainly one-sided and targeted at the opposition, a claim the government strongly denies. But the president's anti-corruption war has not been without some kind of fight from within the government. He's currently locked in a face-off with the country's Senate over the confirmation of the appointment of the head of the EFCC. The Senate has continued to withhold its confirmation of the appointment of the chairman of the anti-graft body, insisting he is not qualified to hold the position. But the president has refused to budge, and the chairman continues to function in acting capacity.
The Office of the Independent Corrupt Practices and Other Related Offences Commission, ICPC, part of the very ridiculous experience of this party in government, that is the APC, is such that there is no synergy or harmonization in the fight against corruption between the executive and the parliament.
President Buhari's fight against corruption is sure still a work in progress. Much work still needs to be done, but there's no questioning the zeal and determination of the president to stamping out corruption in this country. Deji Badmo, CGTN, Lagos, Nigeria.